Hi everyone, and welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. It's great to be back for another week of crafting with you. Thank you to all of you who are watching live today. If you're watching live, you will see the little red live button up in the top left-hand corner, and if you don't see that, then you are probably watching the replay. For those watching the replay, thank you so much. If you're watching over on my YouTube channel, because I do upload all of my live my Facebook lives over onto my YouTube channel, then thank you so much for watching over there as well. Now we will have a little bit of a chat first. Before we get started, I've got a few things to tell you about. And we'll have a little chat in general. If you don't like the chit chat, that's fine. Feel free to fast forward through to the creative time when you see the camera tips down onto the desktop. So that's all good. So while we are waiting for everybody to find their notifications that I've gone live, I'm just going to bring this up on my other devices so I can see everybody's comments there. So bear with me while I just get this all set up. Make sure my volumes are turned down. There we go. And over here on my computer, actually I need to open up a new browser. That's what I need to do. Which one do I need? I need this one. Okay, I always forget I need to open up a separate browser over on my computer, although lately even that one has been mucking up, so I don't know. We'll see what happens today. Every week is different, so we'll see how we go. All right. Oh, it says this page is out of date. Please refresh your browser. All right, let's do that then. Let's do a refresh and see how that comes up. Okay, I think that looks all good. Great. All right, fantastic. Well, I have just returned from a few days up on the Gold Coast in Queensland. My husband and I went up there to visit our daughter for a few days, which was really lovely. And I celebrated my birthday up there on the weekend with her. And then we flew back on Saturday night and got home very late Saturday night. So yesterday I slept half the day. I was exhausted. We'd had a very busy time while I was away. But it was a great time. I got to also see my sister and her family, which was lovely. And yeah, it was just a really great time catching up with my daughter. You might notice today I have got my seal brooch on. So this is Sage the Seal, but I have changed its name now to Miles because I had a special VIP experience with Miles the Seal at SeaWorld while I was up there. It was a special surprise organised by my daughter. And we had a one-on-one session for about 20 minutes, I think it was, 20 minutes, half an hour, with Miles the Seal, and he was amazing. So I'm wearing my little seal brooch in memory of my time with him. He was so clever, so well trained, and just, yeah, really, really clever, really sweet. I got to give him cuddles and pats, and he showed me all his clever tricks that he can do and the different mannerisms that they have. Yeah, he was just so precious and so special. So that was really, really lovely. Now he was a rescued seal because he had an injured left eye, and he had to have surgery to have that removed. And because he only had one eye, he couldn't be re-released into the wild because he just wouldn't be able to hunt and effectively and survive. So he's been well cared for by the SeaWorld team, and the girls are just absolutely fantastic with him. And yeah, so that was really, really special. So that was awesome. And then I got to also have a little visit with a polar bear. Can you believe that? Mishka the polar bear, I got to meet her back of house as well, had a special experience with her and got to watch her being fed. So that was really, really cool. She was a bit sleepy. She'd been woken up from her nap, and so she came in, she was fed, and then she left straight away. So the interaction was quite quick with her because she was sleepy. She wanted to go back and have a sleep, but then we went around and to another section and saw where she was sleeping off display. So but in a pen out the back, and she was yeah, having a little snooze, and it was so funny. She could sort of smell us from a distance. We were quite a distance away from her and behind big heavy, you know, gates, and but she could smell us. She was sniffing the air, and she was so cute. She had these big big sort of like buoys from, I think they were like flotation buoys or something, and she was cuddling them, and she was trying to rest her head on them, and oh, she was so adorable. She was so cute. She's beautiful. So yeah, it was a very, very special day, and then I got to feed some stingrays with my daughter, some of whom she trains. And then what else did we do? We saw the dolphin show, we saw the seal show, we saw the penguins. We talked to some of the dolphins afterwards, one of which was one that my daughter has swum with and had an experience with herself previously. So yeah, it was just a really, really beautiful day, spending the day with my daughter, and just, yeah, loving on the animals with her. So it was really awesome. Hey Helen, how are you? Great to have you here with us. Hey Dimity, great to have you here with us today. Yeah, so we did that. I got to celebrate my birthday with my daughter up there, and then my sister as well and her family. And what else did we do? Oh yes, and then my girls paid for me to go to, or they bought me a ticket to go to the Australian Outback Spectacular, which is a horse show, and they serve you a 3-course dinner during the show as well, which was awesome. So that was really fantastic. So my husband and my daughter and I went for that, and yeah, that was really fantastic. And then I had breakfast made for me, and my daughter decorated her dining room for me, and then when I got home here, the dining room here was decorated as well from my daughter who's here in Sydney. And I had flowers waiting for me from my son and my daughter, and more presents, and I was just totally spoiled. So it was really, really lovely. So, and thank you to everyone for all your messages and your cards and your greetings. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Helen. I really did. Yeah, it was an amazing time away. Yeah, and it was a very special birthday. So yeah, thank you. Hey, Roz, how are you? Great to have you here. All right, so that was my weekend. How was everybody else's weekend? Let me know in the comments what you got up to while I've been away. So I left, I've been away for a few days. I left last Tuesday and got back on Saturday. So been away for a few days. Didn't do a Facebook Live last Monday because I just didn't have time. I was busy packing and getting ready. And I had to go for a dress fitting for my son's wedding coming up. And that got moved from the previous week because the previous week I hadn't been well. So it got moved to Monday. So I had to go and do that, and the time clashed with my Facebook Live. So, but I did film one on Thursday. Did anybody see my Thursday Facebook Live? I filmed one from up there at my daughter's place on the Gold Coast, actually. So yeah, so it was interesting. I had a different setup, and I had different equipment with me because I couldn't take my usual stand and my usual lighting, but I made it work. And yeah, so I know what to do for next time, and next time I will take a portable light with me as well. But yeah, it was good. It was good, and it was lots of fun. So have you all got your cuppers with you? I've got some French Earl Grey tea today. My little latch on my cup broke when my husband was removing it to wash my cup a couple of weeks ago, so it doesn't keep quite so hot now because all the hot air escapes, but still does a pretty good job. It's actually still pretty hot. So I made that about half an hour ago, and it's still pretty hot, so that's good. But I'll have to buy another one of those Stampin' Up mugs because I love these. These are fantastic, and they're in the the in colors from last year that released last year, the 2023 to 2025 in colors, and these are still available in the online store. I think they're $30, and I love them. I'm going to buy another one for myself. Yeah, so all right, well, I have got lots of things to share with you, and then we're going to make a special fun fold card today. So the first thing I wanted to let you know is I've got a class coming up, and it is my kids collection card buffet. Sorry, my little flyer is getting a bit curly because I took this one away with me, so it's traveled all the way to Queensland and back, so it's getting a little bit curly. But anyway, this event is going to be on the 13th of July. Now, you need to register for this. It's only $25. It's going to be a 2-hour event, and you'll get to create 4 cards. The RSVP is the 4th of July. I will put up the link in a moment, and the links will be in the description of this video, both on Facebook and on YouTube, so you'll be able to go through to the registration form. You do need to register for it, and we're going to be using, for this one, it's a little bit different. This is a bit different to card buffets we've done before. We're going to be using some of a variety of kits from the kits collection, and we're going to be making your choice of 4 of those projects. So I've got some of them here that are part of the class, the card buffet. So this one, these are gift tags. So you get to make 2 gift tags in that's considered one project, but they're 2 individual projects. We've got cards from this kit. I can't remember all the names of all the kits at the moment. This one was the kaleidoscope. There's some different designs of cards from each of these kits, so these are just a few that I'm just showing you. And we've got some masculine ones as well. So there's a range of, that's just a few, but there's a whole heap of other different kits as well that we have got for you with a range of different projects. That's just a few of them. So there's lots and lots to choose from. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And you get to choose whichever ones you like. And I've got all the instructions and everything for you. And I'm here to help you as well. So it's going to be a great time. So feel free to come along to this one. There will be extra kits available as well if you want to purchase extra kits to take home with you. So yeah, so that's really awesome. So I hope that you'll come and join us for that. Now let me just grab my links. I'm going to put them in the comments here on my Facebook Live right now, just so you have those. I just have to find, where is it? Yes, this one here. Okay. All right, there we go. So I've just popped that in the comments. So everything you need, wherever you want to go, if you want to go to any of my other social medias, to my blog, if you want to request a catalogue, that's the other thing too. If you don't already have the current Stampin' Up! Catalogue and you would like a copy of this, then please let me know. I'd love to get one out to you. You do need to fill in a form to request one of these, and you can find that in the links that I just popped up there. And then that way I have all of your postal details, etc., to be able to send you a new annual catalogue. So today is actually the, what date are we on today? Oh, it's the 1st of July today. There you go, 1st of July. Hey Brenton, how are you? Great to have you with us. So 1st of July, I've got a brand new host code. There's going to be new things that are happening. I hope that you all were able to grab some specials during June on those bundles. We are going to be playing with some of those Stampin' Die bundles today, and that's what we're going to be basing our project on. What else did I have to tell you? Yes, so I purchased some of the bundles during the special as well, so I've got a few new things to share with you, and I've got one more coming as well, which I just ordered last night, so it'll be coming in the next week or so. Okay, so I've done the class, I've talked about the catalogue. If you're not yet subscribed to my newsletter, feel free to subscribe to my newsletter. You can also find the link for that in that link tree that I just popped in the comments there. And again, it'll be attached to the videos in the description. So feel free to go there and subscribe to my newsletter. And anyone that subscribes to my newsletter gets an exclusive PDF tutorial for 3 projects that are using annual catalog product, the new annual catalog product, and those tutorials, they are exclusive just for my emails, my newsletter subscribers. So if you'd like those, then feel free to subscribe to my newsletter. All right, well, I am going to tip the camera down onto the desktop now so that we can get started. Let me just move these kit cards out of the way, and I'll show you what we're going to be creating today. All right, here we go. I'm going to cover up the camera so I don't make you all dizzy while I transition, and we'll do a little flippity flip. So when I was away and I was filming up in Queensland, how I was doing the transition was completely different too, because I didn't have my usual stand with me. So everything was different, but I made it work. So can always tweak things. There we go. All right, so let's see if we've got that. Yep, that looks pretty good. Let me just move my keyboard. Okay. So I'll move these to where you can see them. There we go. I think we'll go up about there. That should be good. Oops. All right. So this is my July host code. So if you are shopping with me in July, be sure to use my host code for any size order. But if you do order over $75, I will send you a thank you gift as well. If you are looking for my online store, you can find it either via my blog. You can find my shop button via my blog or via my website. Oh, this is getting a bit grotty. Feel free to go to either or both. There's different content on both of those, so you can check that all out and see what I've got there. If you go to my website, you will actually see my full calendar of events as well, of things that are coming up. Hey Martha, hey Rose, great to have you here, ladies. Lovely to have you join us. All right, so today we're going to be playing with one of the new, one of the suites from the new annual catalogue. And I had some of it before, but I didn't have the bundle. But I purchased the bundle during the June special with the stamp and die bundles. But we're going to be playing with the beautiful Wildly Flowering suite today. So the Wildly Flowering suite has got the stamps, the dies, it's got an embossing folder, some embellishments, and the beautiful designer series paper. So I'm going to show you that today. If you have these, feel free to pull them out and have a play along with me if you'd like to, or you can create along with me with whatever you've got at hand or on your desk today. And if you are creating today, if you are making a card or making some sort of project, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you are creating today. These cards here are just beautiful samples. I would love to even just case those, but we're not doing that today because I did do a case project last week. No, not last week, week before I think it was. But we are going to be doing a fun fold card today, but using these products. So, just before I jump on further, let me just tell you that if you want these products individually, you'll find the codes for them down the bottom of this page. So we're looking at pages 40 and 41. You'll find the individual codes for the individual products. Now just remember, when you do purchase the stamps and dies together as a bundle, you will save 10%, okay? So, and I always recommend that if you're buying the stamp set, get the coordinating dies at the same time, because 9 times out of 10 you'll realize later down the track that you need the dies or that you want the dies, and then you'll be paying full price for them. So get them together, save yourself a little bit of money, and yeah, do it that way. Now, if you want everything from the suite, all of these products here, you can use this one code up here, okay? And that will give you each of the products from the suite. Now, in all honesty, I just realized I didn't actually check to find out if these products are currently available, whether or not they are out of stock, but I can quickly check that for you while I am filming this, because I do have my website open. So let me just have a quick little look here. Where are we going? We're going to no, back here. I'm going to the wrong thing. Inventory status, that's what we want. Now let's have a little looky. Oh, okay, so the stamp set is actually currently unavailable, and we don't have a date yet of when that's coming in. So I should have checked that before I pulled this one out, but that's okay. If you love these products, then just put them on your wish list and let me know that you would like to purchase them, and then I can actually let you know when they come in. If you're one of my customers, I'm happy to do that for you. So just let me know if these are products that you would like, and I'll be sure to let you know when they come in. So I'm just having a look. Okay, so because the stamp set is currently not available, yeah, it's just the stamp set. So you can get the dies and you can get everything else, but because the stamp set's not available, you wouldn't be able to purchase the bundle and you wouldn't be able to purchase the entire suite at the moment, just until that comes back in. And actually, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is also non-orderable right now. So they have sold out for the moment too, but they are coming back in 2 weeks' time. They're due back in 2 weeks' time. Sometimes when they give us these dates, things do come in a bit earlier. So, but we don't have a date yet on the stamp set, but that's okay. We are going to continue on with the project that I have for you. And we are going to have some fun with this. And if you already have this stamp set or this suite, let me know that in the comments too. I'd love to know if you have it. Okay, so Brenton said he's just finished redoing the Creativity Now projects with the leftover cutting that you did. Oh, fantastic, Brenton. That is awesome. That's great. They were beautiful projects, weren't they? And I love that bundle that is coming up in the new mini catalogue that'll be available for customers in September, and for demonstrators it'll be available in August. So yeah, so that's awesome. Hey Vicky, how are you? Great to have you here. Happy Monday to you as well. Lovely to have you here. You have this stamp and die set. Oh, fantastic, Vicky. That's awesome. It's beautiful, isn't it? All right, let's first of all look at, actually, let me just put these to the side and we'll have a closer look at the stamps and the dies. So the stamps have got these beautiful fonts with these lovely sentiments. And then we've got some floral images, and we've even got a little distressed image here as well. I always love to have a distressed image. So we've got some Queen Anne's lace. I'm not sure of the name of these ones. I totally forget what they're called, and I'm actually not sure of any of these florals, what they are called. But if you know what they are, please let me know in the comments. So this is a red rubber cling stamp set. Now, I very quickly, because it's brand new, I haven't used it yet, I very quickly took my stamps out of the rubber that surrounds them that they come in, which I've got just here. This one. So I quickly popped them out of there. I took the paper covering off the back so that they would at least stick to my block, but I haven't yet put my stickers on. So I might need to just apply the stickers for my sentiments today. Because the flowers, any of the flowers that we're using, will probably die cut them anyway, so the stamping won't matter too much with those, but just with the sentiments. So we might do that in a little bit. So they've got the foam built into the stamp, so you've got that lovely cushioning when you're stamping, and you get a really nice stamped image with those stamps. Then we've got the coordinating die set. And again, I have not opened these yet. So these are the wildflower design dies, and we've got 7 dies in this set. So we've got dies that will cut out each of the floral images, and then we've got these gorgeous frames. So these are, I did take these off at one stage to have a closer look at them. So this one, this large one, I haven't used it yet, but we'll have a play with it today and see. But it looks to me like it cuts the outer frame, and then it cuts this detailed frame in here as well. It's got a cutting edge there. We've got a scalloped one here, and then we've got a small frame as well. So I've seen a lot of demonstrators using these dies, especially the frames. They're really lovely. Okay, so that's the Stampin' the Die bundle. Then we've got a embossing folder. So this is the Dashing Designs 3D embossing folder, and to me it kind of looks like a stitched blanket. That's what it looks like to me. I'm not sure if we're going to be using this today, but I wanted to show it because it's part of the suite. So let me take it out of the packet. I don't even think I've taken it out of the packet yet to have a look. So this is the design. So maybe we'll even just emboss a piece so that we can have a close look at the design of it, but you can kind of get a good idea from the cover. Oh, agapanthus, yes, those big ones. I think you might be right, Vicky. I knew I had seen them, but now that you say that, I recognize the name because my mum used to love them. Oh, you've got the DSP as well. Fantastic. Oh, that's great. Then we've got the beautiful embellishments. These ones are the adhesive back textured dots, and I love these. They're sort of in a like an antique sort of looked color. I don't know what color you would call this, like a brass. Would it be brass? Not even sure if brass would be the right color, but I really love these. I've used a few of them already on some projects. And then we've got the beautiful designer series paper. So let's move all of this to the side and we'll have a look at this gorgeous paper. I think I showed this paper once before because I used it on another project. So let's just have a quick look at these beautiful designs. So I'll just quickly run through them. So it's 1, 2, 3. I love the colors. They're very vintage. You all know I love my vintage. 4, we've got the beautiful moody mauve there. 5, we've got the crumb cake background. And 6, got the moody mauve again there. And then if I flip these over, you'll see the gorgeous designs and textures on the reverse side as well. So we've got sort of like a hessian, not even a hessian, it's more like a linen, I guess. A linen. We've got some soft floral designs, some beautiful wild wheat. There's that same design, but in the misty moonlight, and then some more florals. So really, really pretty papers. Now these are 12 by 12 inch or 30.5 by 30.5 centimeters, and you do get 2 sheets of each in the pack. Okay, I've cut up some of mine already because I usually cut them. I usually cut one sheet in half ready to use, and then I have the other sheets I keep as 12 by 12 if I want to do larger projects or off the page projects or scrapbooking. I'm hoping to get back into my scrapbooking soon. We've got some exciting things coming up with the Close to My Heart range. So currently, if you were a previous Close to My Heart customer and you would like more information about the Close to My Heart products, please get in contact with me and let me know. I haven't been promoting those because they're not available to everybody at the moment. They're only available to those that already had a Close to My Heart account and have their email linked to a Close to My Heart account. I didn't have one, so I don't have access to the products, so I haven't been promoting them yet. But very soon, in the next few months, there will be Close to My Heart products that are available to everybody, including all demonstrators. But if you would like more information about those, then please let me know so that I can forward on information about the Close to My Heart products for you. Just take another sip of my cup of tea. Alrighty. So, are you ready to see what we're going to make today? Now, I don't have the exact project. We are winging it a little bit today, but I'm going to show you the actual design of the card that we're going to be making today. Now, this is one that, actually these two, I have made one myself, but these two are ones that my daughter Amber made, but I have made these myself. I can't remember the name of the fun fold, but if you know the name of the fun fold, please let me know. It's been years and years and years since I have made one of these, even before I was with Stampin' Up. They sit up like that, but it's a kind of a step fun fold, but it's, yeah, I'm not sure what it's called. If anybody knows, let me know what it's called. But that was one that we did, this is kind of just a template one. This one was never finished, but that was just a template. And again, these are all products that I had before Stampin' Up. Okay, so these are not products that are currently available through Stampin' Up, because these are ones that I had many, many years ago. Okay, and they're not products that we're using today. And then I have this Christmas one as well, which is really beautiful, which Amber had made years ago as well. So the backs are just plain. You can decorate them up if you want to, but we never really feel the need to, because they do lay flat like that. But yeah, this was a design we used a lot back in the day. Oh, Amber found the name for it. We couldn't find the name for it before. It's called a tri-fold shutter card. There you go, a tri-fold shutter card. So Amber has very kindly written me out the measurements. So we are going to do that. Now, the one thing I didn't do, I didn't yet pick which paper I was going to be focusing on. I might even focus on a few different ones. So I haven't chosen a base color yet. So as I said, we are winging it a little bit. I just came back from holidays. I was still unpacking this morning. I only just unpacked my craft stuff before I went live. So I'm a little bit disorganized today, I have to say. So please forgive me. Please bear with me as we get everything sorted out. Now, this is a really pretty one. I mean, they're all beautiful, but I love the blues in this one. So, and I love the crumb cake as well. So I think those two together. Now let's see, how many different patterns of paper did we have on here? So we've got two, there is a third one there in the middle. And let's have a look at this one. So we've got, yep, so we've got three different, so 1, 2, and 3. This one's a different one again because it's got DSP in there, but we probably won't use that. So I think we need 3 different papers. So let's go these two, and how about one of the pink ones? Let's see, do we want that? Well, that one's quite similar to that. So what if we break it up with that one? I like that one. There we go. Alrighty, now we need to choose our base color. So these are the colors that are in the DSP. I pulled them all out. So we've got Moody Mauve, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Wild Wheat, Crumb Cake, and Early Espresso. Okay, so we need to choose a color base. So let me grab out these colors. I could even use, well, we could even use an Early Espresso or a Wild Wheat or a Mossy Meadow. Oh, Mossy Meadow might be nice actually, because we've got the greens. Let's pull out a few, I'll pull out a few different colors and we'll see which one we like. All right. No, not basic beige. So that's the crumb cake. Crumb cake could be nice. That's the Early Espresso. That might be a bit, oh, that might be nice too though. That could be nice. Yeah. This is the Misty Moonlight. So that might be nice too. I'm more tending towards the brown tones, however. And what was the other one we wanted? We wanted the Moody Mauve. Oh, and the Mossy Meadow. Okay, so here's the Mossy. Maybe we need to take these other colours out from underneath just to have a look and see. So Mossy Meadow. The Mossy Meadow goes nice with this one, actually. It goes nicely with that one, doesn't it? That looks really good. Not sure how well it comes up on it is hard to choose, Janelle. Yeah, it is hard to choose because these colors, so the Mossy Meadow is in the leaves here, and we've got the brown tones in the leaves and the flowers as well. Don't know so much about the Mossy Meadow with this one because we've only got a touch of Mossy Meadow in this paper. So it depends on how we use these other colors. And the other one was the Moody Mauve. So again, I think the Moody Mauve goes really nicely with the crumb cake based paper. That looks really pretty. Love that. But then if we were to use the blue, how does that go with the blue? Not quite as much with the blue because we've only got tiny colors. Can you see how I'm trying to pick up the colors within the paper? We've only got tiny little bits of the pink here in the flowers. So it depends on how we, and that is a bit too same. See, we lose it. We lose the backing there. So yeah, I like the early espresso as well, Roz, or the crumb cake actually. I like that too. So I'm thinking we could use those other colors maybe as some accents. So it depends on which paper we're going to, yeah, I think I like that too, Roz. Yeah, the crumb cake looks okay, but you kind of lose it a little bit and it doesn't lift it. I think the early espresso really frames the paper, doesn't it? Really frames it. Yeah, that looks really nice on there. Yeah, I think they all look really nice on there. Good call, Roz. Yep, I think I agree with you. Yep, they all look really good on that one. So I think we're going to go, oh, Vicky liked the Mossy Meadow. You like the Mossy Meadow, Vicky? Yeah, I think those darker colours, hey, those darker colours just really, oh, you also like the early espresso. Yeah, I think those darker colours just really frame the DSP really nicely. Yes, thanks for your help, everybody. That's great. All right, so we're going to start with a piece of early espresso. That's going to be our base. All right, now we need to have, I've got my big metal ruler out today. So we need to have a piece that measures 29.4 centimeters. So 29.4, so it's not quite a full length because it's 24.6. Let me just double check. Just gonna see. Oh yeah, okay, so it's just slightly shorter than the full length of cardstock. Oh, in fact, that one is the same. If I flatten that out, that's actually almost the same length. But we'll go with, Amber's written me out some measurements, so I'll go with her measurements because she was the one who originally taught me how to make this card. So it's just a tad. Yeah, okay. All right. So we want 29.4 centimeters. I'm going to be using pencil and ruler today. We are going old school. 29.4 centimeters. So it's just a little sniff off. You know what? I need my glasses. Oh dear. All right, let's do that again. 29.4. So it's just a little sniff off the full width of the card. And then we want 15.2 wide. So I might measure this side. 15.2. 1, 2. And we'll put a little mark there. All right. Now, I will put all of these measurements on my blog this week. So if you don't catch the measurements as I'm doing them, don't worry. Oh, now I can't even see that little mark I made. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so don't worry because I will put this on my blog for you all. All right, so we'll line that up. Take a little sniffy bit off there. Look, it's like a tiny little skerrick of a piece. And then we're going to turn it this way. We're going to cut this at 15.2. Which is basically 6 inches. Feels like it's like 6 inches. There we go. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to just do some little more pencil marks before we go any further. All right. So we're going to cut these lines. So I'll open this one up to show you. We're going to cut these lines. I'll turn it over the other way. We're going to cut these lines before we do any scoring, okay? So if you've seen somebody make this, you might have seen them making it in a different way, but this is how we made them. So we're going to cut the lines 3.8 centimeters down from the top, okay? So let's measure 3.8. Oh, and how far in? Stopping at 4.9 from each end. So I'll go 4.9 first. 4 point, yeah, that's right. Just checking. 4.9. 4.9. And 4.9. Get that measure there on the edge. 4.9. Okay, and then we're going to go 3.8 down from the top. 3.8. Okay, so that's where we need to cut to. And we'll do the same over here. Where's my little mark? There it is. 3.8. Okay, and then we're going to do the same at the bottom. So we're going to go 3.8 from the bottom. 3.8. And 3.8. Sorry, this is a bit slow. So if you are watching the replay, feel free to fast forward. For those watching live, which I'll come back over here again, thank you for your patience. I hope you are either crafting along or making yourself a cuppa or something. Okay, and then 4.9 in from the edge. So 4.9, and it's just there. X marks the spot. Now, if you are, like I'm just doing this old school, but you can do all of this on your trimmer. But I just thought it might be better. It's, as I said, it's been a long time since I've made one of these. 4.9. And so I just thought I would do it old school and use my pencil and ruler, because that's what we used to do in the old days. All right, so now what I'm going to do, so that I make sure that I cut this correctly, I'm actually going to line up with my ruler those marks, and I'm going to draw a pencil line to ensure that I cut in the right spot. Okay, because I do not want to muck this up, and as I said, I have not prepared one ahead of time, and it's been years since I've made one. All right, now can you see those pencil lines there? Can you see those in the light? Might be a little bit tricky to see them, but that's where we're going to cut. Okay, all right, here we go. So we move our scoring blade out of the way for the moment, and we're going to line these up. Now I'm going to bring my cutting blade, oops, I just popped my cutting blade out. I'm going to bring my cutting blade up about halfway at the moment while I just line this up in my trimmer. Make sure I get that lined up straight. Just trying to see in that light. Is that it? Move it over a little bit. There we go. All right, so I'm going to come down to, it's a bit hard to see with the lights actually, because I've not got, oh yeah, I see it. Okay, we're going to come down here. Yep. And then we're going to take it up the other way. And I'm just going to turn my trimmer so that I can see where I'm cutting to. Okay, yep, good. Well, I went a little bit past it just there. Hopefully that won't affect it too much. All right. It's just a bit hard to see under the lights, the way I've got the lights set up for filming. So there we go. So we can start the first one at 4.9. There we go. So I've got that right up against that edge there. So we'll take that back to 4.9, a little bit further. And get it up to the spot. A tad more. There we go. And then back the other way. A bit more. There we go. All right. Got 4.9 and 4.9. You know what? Back in the day, I reckon we did that with a craft knife and a metal ruler. I reckon that's how we used to do it. So if you haven't seen the attachments that come with the Take Your Pick tool, there is a craft knife attachment that comes now that you can purchase separately. It comes with the craft knife, the extra piercing tool. It's a finer piercing tool, and the hook. And there's also a rotary scoring blade that comes as well. Those three come together in a set. So if you do like to use a craft knife, Stampin' Up! Does have that option for you now as well. All right, so we've got those pieces cut. Now we are going to do some scoring, and we're going to score at, let's hope I get this right now, hang on a minute, back here. We're going to score at 4.9. 4.9. Now I'm scoring just to, so from the top and from the bottom, just to that cut line. I'm not scoring all the way through. It's just from there to there on these first two, and then all the other ones. So the first two and the last two are just top to the score line, bottom to, cut line, bottom to the cut line, and then the others are all the way through. All right, so this one's going to be 4.9, and we're just going to score down to there. Good. All right, and then at the bottom as well, score, score, score. Okay, great. Then we're going to score at 9.8, and the 9.8 score line is going to go all the way through. 9.8, then we're going 19.6, so we need to extend the arm of our trimmer. So we're taking it right up to 19.6. 19.6. We're scoring all the way through. And then 24.5. 24.5, and then because we're at the end of the cut line, we're just scoring up to the cut line. So a couple of scores up to the cut line, and then move your scoring blade back up to the top and then down to the cut line. Okay, so then we've got all of our, so that should be the base now, done. We'll leave our trimmer close by because we need to cut our DSP pieces. All right, now we're going to need our bone folder, and we're going to do some folding. So our first fold is going to go, now I'm going to turn mine over so that all of my pencil marks and everything are on the back side. You can come back in and rub those out, so we will do that. But this first one is going to be folded, let's see. The first one is going to be folded back. So this first one is going to be folded back, back. Hang on a minute, did I get that right? Yep, I think that's right. So fold there, fold there. This next one is going to be folded up. Hang on a minute, I've got to look at my model here. It's a little bit tricky. So this one's going to be folded up, this one's going to be folded up, and this one's going to be folded, oh sorry, this one's folded back, this one's folded back, and this one is folded up. Okay, and then this one is folded back the other way. Okay, and then this one is folded up, this one is folded back, this one is folded up, and this one is folded back. All right, do I have that correct now? All right, so that one needs to go back that way, that way. Let's see, did I get it right? Fold, 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 fold. There we go. Yay, I did it. Okay. So we need to, for some reason, I've got a little bit of an extra edge there. So I might need to trim a little sniff off that end, because that side folded exactly correctly, but that side is a little bit long just on this panel. So I must have mismeasured something. That's okay. All right, so now we're going to burnish all of those folds with our bone folder. Flip that over, give them all a burnish. Now I'll show you all of those folds again. Okay. Right, so that's our flat piece of cardstock. Okay. So this first panel folds up here and here, or folds, this one folds back. So it folds back. This one folds down, down. This one in the middle folds back like that. This one folds up. This one folds up. This one folds down, and these two fold down. Okay, so that when you close it, it ends up like that. Now I'm going to put a little pencil mark here because I'm going to just trim off a little bit of excess there. I don't know what I did there. I measured something not right. I'm going to just trim that little bit off so that everything sits nice and flush. Actually, let me just check the other one. Maybe it's how I fold. Did I fold it wrong? Oh no, it should be. It should sit flush. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Before I do that, I'm just going to measure here, because I bet I measured something wrong. 4 point... Oh, I think I measured that one wrong. That's why. That's 4.8. and that's 4.9. Oh yeah, I did. I measured something wrong. Did I? Let me have a look. What was it? Oh yeah, should have been 4.9. Should have been 4.9. So I just measured this one a little bit wrong. It's just a tad off, but that's okay. I mean, you could leave it. It wouldn't really matter because once you put the DSP there, you're not going to notice it. But just so that I've got mine the right width, I'm just going to trim that a little bit because I just made a little boo-boo with my measurements. I did tell you the right measurements, so I just didn't oops, oh no, don't do that to me. It just caught in my blade. Let's see if I can fix that. I just caught in my blade then and tore my cardstock, but I'll see if I can just fix that with my, that's all right, we'll get away with that. I think we'll get away with that. I might just tidy that up with my, tidy that little piece up there with my craft knife later, but that's okay. All right, so then you can rub all those pencil marks out on the back. I won't waste time doing that because yeah, that'll just take too much time. Okay, DSP. Now we've got to work out where we want our DSP. So is anyone following along with me? Oh, Amber said we definitely did do it with a craft knife and then the scoring with a ruler and scoring tool. There you go. She remembers how we used to do it. Yeah, see, old school. It is very different doing it with a trimmer than doing it with a craft knife. Okay, so these are our 3 colors that we chose. So these are our 2 dominant colors, and then this is our little accent color. So we're going to have, I'm going to put these 2 cards standing up over here so that I can kind of follow the pattern. So the 2 main, oh, just lost my butterfly off one of those. He's flying away. Oops, where's he just come from? He's just come unstuck. Oh, that's how old the card is. It's so old. It's probably about 20 years old. Okay, so I really love that, and I might use the blue for the accent colors. Or will I have the blue on the outside and use the what's it called, crumb cake for the accent pieces? Decisions. I might use the blue. I think I'll use the blue for those strips. Okay, now the left and the right vertical pieces, these ones, we need strips of 4.5 wide by 14.8 long. Okay, so let's go, just working out which way my pattern looks like it goes. It doesn't really matter when I'm cutting it. So 4.5 centimeters long, 4.5, oops, and I might use the other end as well. So I'll turn it up the other way and go 4.5. 4.5, and then we want 14.8 long. So I might take it off there. 14.8. Not sure if you can see me doing the measurements there. I think I might be off camera a little bit. Let me move that over. So I've measured that at 14.8 and I've just taken that little sniffy bit off there. Okay, and then this one here, I'm going to take some off the blue end, so the more blue end where there's less design. Okay, so there we go. So there's our 2 end pieces. Now let me just double check, because I trimmed mine up. I just want to make sure that I've got these at the right size to fit. Yep, that one's good. And this one is where I trimmed it, so yep, that's okay, that's good. All right, so that's the 2 ends. Then the top and bottom panels, so this one here and this one here, That piece is going to be our crumb cake, a crumb cake floral. And that now this time the piece is going to be horizontal, okay? So if you've got a directional paper, just beware of which way your direction is going on your paper, because I don't really want, well, I could probably get away with it there actually, and maybe there if I flipped it up that way, although we've got these flowers that are going sideways. Let's see. Yeah, just check your direction on your paper to make sure it's going to work with the direction that you need it to go. So we need to have 9.4 centimeters long. So I might go long across this way first. 9.4, 9.4. 9.4. Okay, and then we want to have them 3.4 wide. So 3.4. And 3.4. Might get the little ones on the other end. Turn that around. 3.4. There we go. So 3.4, 3.4, and they fit beautifully in those little panels. Gorgeous. Oh, this paper is so pretty. So, so beautiful. All right. Now we need to have the middle panel, which is this one here. That's going to be our pink or our moody mauve. And this piece needs to be 9.4 by 7.2. So we'll go, I might do the 7.2, no, 9.4. Needs to be 9.4 long. 9.4 by 7.2. So work out which flowers you want to have. I might use this top part here. 7.2. 7.12. Now, this is all in metric measurements because here in Australia, that is what we use for A4 cardstock. I do not have a conversion in imperial measurements, unfortunately, for this card because there's so many different measurements on here. But I'm sure if you look up, what was the type of fold it was called again? Amber put it back here for us somewhere. What was it called? What was it called? Tri-fold shutter card. I'm sure that you'll be able to find one in imperial measurements if that is what you are looking for. All right, so let's see, which way do we think this one goes? I don't think it really matters. Oh, I think it goes this way because that's the same as that flower there. All right, now that's the main panels of the card. So then you've got these extra little panels. You can fill them with cardstock if you wish. We haven't done that on ours, but you can do that if you wish. These two here, we are going to have some little element pieces, and I was hoping to be able to use the dies, but we'll stick this DSP down first and then we'll come back in and we'll check if the dies are going to fit there. If not, then we just might do a little square. All right, so I'm going to start with the middle panel first. Using liquid glue will be your best friend for this project because you've got all these little pieces. We need to have that wiggle time to line them all up. All right, and get them all centered and everything. So liquid glue will be the best for that. There we go. So that's one. Take our little horizontal strips. And add those in between. Well, let's go up a bit higher. There we go. These papers are just so beautiful, aren't they? So, so pretty. This is the, for anyone who might be jumping on, this is the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper from the Wildly Flowering Sweet. Did you know that all of the sweets are named after the DSP? So you might get the bundle that has a different name, but the sweet will always be named, well, usually anyway, I don't know, Stampin' Up! Might change their mind at some point, but currently they're all named after the DSP. So has anybody made this card before? Have you made one of these fun fold cards before? It's an old one. It's been around for many, many years because, as I said, we made the original ones probably about 20 years ago. Or maybe 15 or 20 years ago. But a long time ago anyway. And we made a stack of them. It was our favourite fun fold card there for a while. We did a lot of them in different design, different designs, like different papers and flowers and stamps and all of that. But Amber and I were both churning them out for a while there. I think we even did some of their teacher cards in this this fold as well when they were at school. All right, so where are we up to? How's everybody going? What are you all crafting with? Brenton said he had just finished his projects from our demonstrator event, the Creativity Now event. Are you working on anything else now, Brenton, or are you just taking a little breather? All right, there we go. All right, so that's the basis of our card. Look at that. That's beautiful. Those papers go so beautifully together, don't they? And I'm glad I did trim that little bit off the edge there because now that folds nice and flush. Okay, I'm just going to come in and trim that little piece there with my craft knife, but I'll do that after. All right, so that's the basis of the card. Now we need to decorate up the panels. And I'm going to put some, I'm going to check the dies and see if we can use, we might need to use some of the smaller dies. And I'm not even sure if they might be a little bit too big. So we'll see if I can just remove them. I really like the scalloped one, but I think the scalloped one might be a bit too big. However, I could reposition it and die cut it smaller. But let's just see. Oh, we could do a little frame. Oh, actually, we could do a nice little frame there too. We could create that as a little frame. Can we though? Because it folds in that way. Oh, maybe not. It might be a bit too big. We could with the little one. All right, so these two panels here, we could do that one. Oh, okay. We could do that one there, because if that one hangs over a little bit, that's okay because it's on the outside. See how that's on the outside? So if that hangs over the edge just a tad, that wouldn't matter too much. But anything that we put on the inside, it can't hang over the folds. But we could put that one there as well and just have it sitting out like that. The only thing is that if it sticks out, those edges, you have to make sure that it's still going to fit in your envelope. So let me grab an envelope and see. Close my blinds while I'm up. Okay, so here's our envelopes. These are the Stampin' Up! Envelopes, and I just want to see, yeah, look, even if that stuck out a little bit from there, it'll still fit because this is cut a bit smaller than the envelope. So we can use those two dies as our decorative pieces there, and then we could use that one there, or you can just leave that blank there if you wanted to as well. Shame we don't have any vellum anymore, because I could put a little vellum section there, but we'll see. We'll do these two panels first. So we'll do that one and that one first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the question is now, what color do we make these? Do we just do them crumb cake? Because crumb cake might match with that. Or do I bring in a little bit of the pink now? Bring in a little bit of the pink, or do we keep it neutral with the crumb cake? And we are going to do some stamping on here. We can do some, we're going to add some little elements onto there. Actually, that said crumb cake, but to me that's looking like, that might be, oh, what color is that? It said crumb cake, but it doesn't really look crumb cake compared to the crumb cake, does it? This is the crumb cake cardstock. Or do we just stick, oh, we could do the green actually too. The green could be good there. Green might be a bit heavy though, hey? Maybe the pink would be good. You know what? I'm going to cut some of this, and we'll die cut some of this, and we'll see how it looks as we go. All right. Okay, let's get some I'm going to get some smaller pieces of that cardstock. And I've got my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is currently unavailable, but the big one is available if you need a new machine. And the blue one, I didn't check, but the blue one is probably still available as well. So the mini machines were on special, all of the die cutting machines were on special during June. And it's great to see that people have been buying them. So that's awesome. It's a great, was a great saving. All right, so we might put this one through first. I'll just trim this up so it fits through my mini machine. There we go. We don't need any washi tape this time because we're not die cutting a stamped image. All right, okay, so first time I'm using these dies, and so it cuts out a lovely frame like that, and then you've got the inside piece. So if you wanted to, you could pop that back in and have it as a complete solid piece, or you can just use it as a frame like that. So that's good to know. All right, let's do we'll do one of these smaller ones in this as well. Just so we've got a few to play around with, and then we can make a decision as to which we want to go with. We're going to stamp some images as well, and then we'll be able to add them as accents to our card. There we go. So that one is a solid shape. All right, and then the other big one is going to be way too big for this project. So let's start with those two and we'll see what we've got. Where's our card? Bring in our card. Okay. So we have this one and this one. All right, so we might even need to put another panel there perhaps, because then if we add that there, I think I would want the center in there as well. You could even do a different colored center if you wanted to. So that in there, and that's your accent then on there. You could actually, if you wanted to, do some DSP in the middle there, Oh, that gives me a thought. What was on the backs of those other DSP? Let's have a look. Let's get myself reorganized over here. Okay, if we have a look what's on the reverse side, oh, we could put a bit of that there, or we could put a bit of that there. So that's the one we used on the inside. So maybe not that one, but that one or that one might be good. We could put that on the inside, potentially, of that. How would that look on the inside of that frame? That could be good. Yeah, maybe with that. Or we could have that on the inside of the frame. Could do either of those on the inside of the frame. I like those two. We do have a plain blue one, which would match more with that front panel, but I kind of feel like it'd be nice if it matched these two here. All right, let's cut another one of those from these two, and we'll do a little bit of mix and match. All right, so I'm just going to trim this time with the trimmer so that I've got a nice straight edge, so that when I go to use this DSP for something else later, it's not all hacked, because otherwise that won't be good. All right. Okay, and we'll do one in this as well. And we'll just have a little play and see what we come up with. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. They're probably going to be too long, so let's trim up the length a little bit. See if I can cut both of them at once. Should be able to. So it's only thin paper. There we go. Does go through 2 sheets of that DSP. So that's good. I'll save those little pieces because they could be used for accent pieces on another project. All right, so let's die cut these ones again. And we'll create a little focal center for that piece. Yeah, I didn't realize, now that I look, I can see that it has this inner cutting edge and the outside cutting edge, but I didn't realize that at first. So there you go, you are all learning along with me. Or those of you who already have these dies might already know that. Probably already know that if you've used them. But this is my very first time using them. And they're so beautiful. So tell me in the comments, what is your current favorite designer series paper? From the, well, it might be from the current annual catalogue, or perhaps it's from the online exclusives. Let me know which is your current favorite designer series paper. All right, so we've got that one. Now let's do this other one. Is that die again? I love this die. It's so beautiful. I love anything that's scalloped anyway, but I love the fact that it die cuts both the outer frame and the inner part as well, because it gives you more opportunities to create with it. There we go. So there's our inner, and there is, so the outer part in this and the designer series paper, because it's a bit finer than the cardstock, has just wants to stick in there, but you have these release holes around the die, so you just poke your piercing tool in there and it just releases them like so. There we go. And then we've got these little extra cutout bits. You could use them as frames as well if you wanted to on another project. Might hang on to those. I might find a use for them. Okay. All right, so now we have all of these pieces and we have the opportunity to mix and match. Oops. Let's put that back there. Oops, that one goes with that one and that one goes with the cardstock. Now, let me just check to see. Yeah, now if you wanted a frame with a little bit of a gap around the edges, you could use the smaller die on the inside and have a little gap around the edge there, or you could have a different color there and then you can lay that one on top, so you can sort of have them layered up, so you can do that as well. So you might want to have different colors here. Yeah, so that's great that they all sort of nest inside of each other like that. Okay, so here are our options. So I wanted the plain one for the outside, and then we can take this piece for the inside. That looks nice. Actually, let's put this in the middle so you can see that better. So that looks nice with the detail on the inside and the solid frame around the outside edge. Or we could have the linen on the inside and have the moody mauve around the edges. I like that too. That looks really nice as well. Or we could also have the solid, we could have that solid piece like that, and we could have a stitched, a stitched shape here layered on top in the linen. Kind of give us that kind of effect. But I think I like that on the inside. Or we could go the other way and we could have that. We could have it that way. Actually, we could even have it this way. So many options. That looks nice, actually. Yeah, I like that. And I like all of those combos actually. They all looked really good. But my favorite I think might be that. All right, let's have a look on the card and see. So that could go in there like that too, couldn't it? Yeah, all right, let's have a look on the card and see what looks good. So if we have that and that on there like that, that could be nice. That kind of is in keeping with those two panels there. So I like that actually. I think that looks really good. What does everyone else think? Do you like that? Or we can have this. With the DSP. Only thing is the way I've cut the DSP, the flowers are going sideways, but I think once we decorate it up, it wouldn't matter. That looks really nice as well, doesn't it? Which one do you like better? The first one or that one? I think it's good to have those two colors together because we've got those two colors here in the DSP. Whereas if I did the pink and the pink, I think it's just a bit too much pink. Too much pink. Oops. I don't like that one as much. Yeah, I think that's a bit too much pink. But I'm thinking this one. What do you think? What would a white border look like with the pink paper? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, because we've got the white here, haven't we? All right, let's cut one in white cardstock. I might use the thick basic white just because it is thicker, and I thought it might be a bit more stable. But yeah, we'll give that a go. See what the white looks like. I love my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's so handy and easy to move around. And it's just so quick and easy. There we go. So much easier for me to lift than the big machine. But the big machine has its place as well. It's great for die cutting larger images and embossing as well. There we go. They both do their job well. Okay, so let's try the white frame. Oh yes, the white frame looks good with the pink paper. White frame, pink paper. Yeah, I like that actually. White frame with the pink. I like the white frame. It really gives that pop because we've got the white in the flowers. It really gives that pop of color, doesn't it? Let's try the white with the crumb cake. That looks nice as well. Okay, which one do you all prefer? The crumb cake is more same as this, so maybe we need the pop of color, but we do need to add our flowers still as well. Oh, actually, let's try the plain pink as well, just to see what that looks like. What's a plain pink look like? Plain pink doesn't look too bad as well, but I did like the DSP. I think we might go with that. Do you think it matters that the flowers are on the side? I don't think it matters. Nobody's going to tell, are they? When we once we embellish that, I don't think anyone's going to really notice it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, brings in more pink. Yep. Yes, I think so too. Yeah. All right, cool. So we might go ahead with that then, and we'll attach those pieces on there. So what I'll do is I'll put the frame on first. I'll attach the frame first, and then I'll attach the inside part. The white was a good call, Amber. Thank you for that. She's a good little assistant. She always has, Amber always has a great eye for color and for detail as well. All right, so I'll pop that on there. We've got that about straight. Beautiful. Give that a nice firm press so it stays put. And then we'll put this one on the inside. I'll go that way. I think I just picked up a different glue bottle. I like to finish one glue bottle before I start another one, but I think I just picked up another new one. Oh, I did too. I picked up the one that I took away with me. I wasn't using that one before. I was using the other one. That's okay. There we go. Yeah. Give that a nice firm press. All right, so far we have that. Now, do we want to do the same for the other side and have them the same, or do we want to do something different? Now, if you wanted to, I could have mounted that up, but I would have had to use quite a bit of small pieces of mounting foam around the edge of that frame because it's quite fine. But we could have done that, but I just stuck it flat. So I think with the other end, do you think we should do exactly the same, or do you think we should do a different color scheme? Because it's not going to be seen until we open the card. Oh, it will stick out a little bit on that side. We could actually trim that a little bit, couldn't we? It will stick out a little bit, so maybe we need to have a white one there too. What do you think? Same or different? Should I do that back frame the same or have it different? Let me know in the comments what you think. Or do I just go with a plain panel there rather than the frame? Because it is going to stick out just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit long. What do you all think? Matching? You think it should be matching, Amber? Okay. All right, we'll do another matching one then. Let's get that white cardstock again. Should be matchy-matchy. Okay, so we've got that one, and we'll get some more of that DSP. Which one was it now? This one. This one. Here we go. So nobody is telling me about their favorite DSP. Surely you've all got a favorite DSP in the current annual catalogue. Has anybody made this fun fold card before? You made one like this before with all the different panels. There's a few different ones out there actually. There's a couple that my team members have made with a similar kind of idea but different sized panels. And I want to have a go at some of those ones one day as well, but I didn't want to try them without practicing first, whereas this one I know that I had made, even though it was many years ago, I knew that I had made it before. So I thought this one was safer. Oh, I put the machine back, but I need to cut another white one. Yes, so I thought this one would be safer because I've made it before. Many moons ago though. I have to admit, I don't remember constructing it. Oh, I've got that DSP caught in there. I don't actually remember constructing it. I remember I made one or two or three. I made a few, but it's been such a long time that I kind of forgot how I constructed it. There we go. All right. So, how's everybody going? Are you crafting along with me? Or are you watching and doing something else? I know that sometimes people watch me when they're cooking dinner, when it gets towards the latter part of the Facebook Live. Because some of you, I know, eat very early, which is foreign to me. We eat very late in our house, usually because of the timing that everybody is coming and going and whatnot. We have always just eaten late to fit in with everybody's schedule. All right, there we go. Now this one does need to be adhered flat. So as I said, this one could be raised up on Stampin' Dimensionals. This one does need to be flat because everything is closing on top of it. And just be careful that you don't over glue with this one because you don't want that glue oozing and sticking the other panels together. There we go. Alrighty, now let's line that up. Now make sure that you don't take anything past that fold there so that it makes sure that it will still fold closed. Make sure that that's still going to fold closed without crumpling the edge there. Test that again. Yep. Okay. So we're just going to have that little bit stick out from behind there. If you wanted to, like, I don't mind that because it does match this one anyway. If you wanted to, you could trim that little edge there off if that bothered you, but I'm not too worried about it. All right, and then that piece goes in there. Oh, Rosie's cooking dinner. There you go. She's watching while she cooks dinner, or listening at least while she cooks dinner. And Helen has had her dinner while watching us. Oh, that's right. We are 2 hours ahead of you, Helen, because you are over in New Zealand. You are, wait, hang on a minute. That's right. You are 2 hours ahead of us. Yes, that's right. Got confused for a minute thinking, hang on, which way does the time zone go? No, but you are ahead of us. And you've already had your dinner. What did you have for dinner? Did you have something yummy? Inspire me with your dinner, with your meal menus. Oh, when we went to the Australian Outback Spectacular up at the Gold Coast the other day, they served us as part of the performance a 3-course meal, and it was so yummy. We had I had a gluten-free meal, but I had the entree was like a frittata. Well, was it a frittata or was it actually a quiche? I don't know. It was like a little pie, a little like egg pie with veggies and things through it, and I don't know what else was in it, but it was very tasty. And then main was steak and veggies, steak and 3 veg basically, mashed potato, pumpkin and beans. Good old Aussie dinner. And then dessert, I got the gluten-free chocolate brownie with cream, and my daughter did as well, and my husband got the apple pie. Oh no, actually they swapped, that's right. She ate the apple pie and he ate the brownie because he's not big on apple pie. All right, so now I've got all these little pieces that I can use on other projects, so I'll hang on to those. All right, so that's the basis of our card. Now the centerpiece you can use however you like. You can add a little frame. Oh, I've got sticky glue on my fingers now. You might like to add a little panel there to write a little message on, or you might like to write a message on this panel here, whichever you like. You could even have this, if you wanted to, you could have this as a plain panel so that you could write your little message there. In fact, if we had to put a white, I probably should have thought of that ahead of time. I could have made that a completely white panel so that, and I could still do that. I could still stick that over the top and then have that as where you write your message in there. So you could still do that as well. All right, now it is time to decorate. How are we going for time? It is getting quite late, but that's okay. We will do a little bit of decorating, but you can kind of see the gist of the card As I said, I'm leaving these panels plain, but if you wanted to add more DSP, you could. I just think the plain panels help to break up the pattern in the papers a little bit, because otherwise it's really, really busy. But how pretty is that looking? That's looking gorgeous. All right. Helen had homemade deviled sausages, mashed potato, pumpkin, cauliflower, and peas. Yum! That sounds amazing. Rose said, sorry, Mandy, I'll watch the end on YouTube. No worries, Rose. You go and enjoy your dinner. Thank you for sticking with me for this long. Okay, so let's stamp some of these beautiful. Now, we didn't use the, we didn't end up using the embossing folder. I could have probably used that for, oh, you know what? If you wanted to, it would add a bit of bulk though. You could do these little panels here. You could emboss maybe just a plain color and put an embossed piece in there just to add a little bit more texture if you wanted to. But I'm going to leave them plain. That's just a little idea. I was going to emboss a piece for you though to show you the texture on this one. What if we just do, what if I just do, I'll just quickly emboss this piece for you just so you can have a little look. I'll run over and do that on my big machine. Bear with me. Okay, as I did say I would do this. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Can you see all that embossed detail on there? That's gorgeous. So you could use either side. It doesn't really matter which side you use because, yeah, they've got different effects on both sides. So that's the Dashing Design 3D embossing folder. I was just thinking, what would a panel of that look like in there? That would look quite cute in there, actually. Yeah, I might think about adding that later. We'll see. But we'll do some stamping and die cutting first. All right, now we need to embellish these little, and we need a sentiment as well. So we've got sending happy thoughts, you've been on my mind, or thank you. I do need some more thank you cards. So it might be nice to have a thank you. And maybe a floral, maybe one of these florals. Now, agapanthus. I feel like agapanthus are white flowers. Am I right? Does anybody know? Who was it who said these are agapanthus? Vicky. Is Vicky still with us? Agapanthus. All right, let me see if I can find out what color are agapanthus. Let's Google this for a minute. Agapanthus. Let's see. Oh, they come in white and they come in purple. So purple won't match, but they do come in white. They come in like a bluey color as well. Just thinking what color I'm going to color these. Oh, they come in all shades of purpley blues and white, pinky sort of tones as well. I could really colour them anything, couldn't I? There's variegated ones. There's white with purple. There's purple with white, blue with white. So they tend to be either white or purple tones. So what if I made them white? Because then they would stand out on here, wouldn't they? And also to the Queen Anne's lace, which is this one. I'm pretty sure this one's a Queen Anne's lace. They're usually white as well. Don't know what this one is and I don't know what this one is. But anyway, let's stamp some of those. And I think we're going to stamp them in, whoops. Oh, there goes all my blocks. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll stamp them in Early Espresso. And actually we might do that one. I'm just going to put them straight on my block. I'm not going to worry about the stickers today because I just don't have time. But we might do a little collection of a few different flowers, and then we can decide what we want to use. There we go. And we'll come back to the sentiment. Sending happy thoughts is a nice one too, because that can be for anything, couldn't it? Sending happy thoughts. That might be a bit long though. Need to work out how much space we have. I might actually stamp that on, I might stamp that and heat emboss that in white, put that on a strip across there, and then put the flowers around it perhaps. Flowers are pretty big though, aren't they? Maybe I need a smaller sentiment. Maybe we need thank you. I do need some thank you cards. Can put thank you. Yeah, we might do thank you. Okay. We'll do our thank you. All right. Let's get some white cardstock. Oh, I think I used up all that white cardstock I had. Let me grab another piece. Just grab some of my scraps. We'll use some of those scrappy bits to stamp some of these flowers because they're only small stamps. So, and I'm going to stamp in the early espresso because that is the base color. So let's use up some of these really scrappy ones. Okay, brand new stamps. I have not cleaned these stamps, so hopefully they'll stamp okay, but if not, then we'll give them a clean. Oh no, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, let's stamp some of these other ones. Beautiful. We can do like a little collection of flowers. Gorgeous. Look at that. All right, let's give those all a clean. Actually, I might stamp another little one, another couple of little ones down here. Yep. And I might just stamp one more Queen Anne's lace. Okay. Actually, I should stamp another one of these too, just in case, because we might need a bit more greenery. Then we've got options. Okay, so we'll give all our stamps a clean. Oh, I'm actually thinking instead of embossing, I might keep it simple and stamp the sentiment just on white in the early espresso, just to keep it cleaner and also quicker, because it'll take me time to heat emboss, and I've already taken a long time on this card. So there we go. I love my chamois. It's so quick and easy to clean my stamps with my chamois. All right, let's move these out of the way. Got our little embellishments there for later. Actually, I'll leave them in front of me so I don't forget, because I'm bound to forget them. Okay, so Queen Anne's lace, we're just going to leave them as they are. These ones here, we're going to get some Stampin' blends. Oh, actually, you know what? We could use could just use our Stampin' Right markers for these, because we're only colouring tiny little sections, aren't we? All right, so let's get some, let's see what colours I've got here. Mossy Meadow. Let's see, Mossy Meadow, that's Old Olive. That's Mossy. Oh, I've put my Old Olive ink pad in the wrong slot. There you go. So that's Mossy. And for the flowers, let's colour them something that's going to match with the colours that we have here. So maybe I'll do the more of the bluey tones, or lighter bluey tones, so that they they don't blend into the paper here. So we might get some, oh, I don't have a balmy blue one. I might have it in a blends though. Let's have a look in the blends. Blue, 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 balmy blue, balmy blue. Let's have a look at my balmy blue. Oh yes, I'll do it in balmy. Oh, they're Misty Moonlight. So let's have a look. Misty Moonlight. Misty Moonlight might be a bit too dark though, is what I'm thinking. So this is Misty in the Stampin' blend. Oh, sorry, the Stampin' Right marker. Yeah, see, that's really, really dark. But let me have a look and see in the Stampin' blends, the Misty Moonlight. This is the light Misty Moonlight. Yeah, still dark. Still going to be too dark, I think, for those flowers. So I think the light, will the lighter blue go though? I think it will. We can always add some more colour to it, I suppose, can't we? All right, and I might get some mossy then in my Stampin' blends. If we're going to go with Stampin' blends, we'll do Mossy Meadow Stampin' blends as well. Okay. All right, so I'm just putting another piece of cardstock underneath while I colour these in. Oops, glasses. Let's do glasses. Oh, here we go. I do have some scrap paper. Oops. I'll put some scrap paper under there rather than the cardstock. I'm using my Stampin' blends. These are the alcohol-based markers. And they just colour so beautifully. I love working with the Stampin' blends. Now I'm going to just do these really quickly, and if there's a little bit of white space left, I'm not going to worry because these are going to be a variegated agapantha. Agapanthus. So what's the plural of agapanthus? Because agapanthus ends in a US. So what would be the plural be? It probably isn't one. It's probably just agapanthus. One agapanthus or many agapanthus. Because it wouldn't be agapanthuses, would it? That would be too much of a tongue twister. There we go. So just a little bit of colour there. I'm going to use my light Mossy Meadow, and I'm just using the bullet tip very lightly. There. Just go over some of these stems to add a bit of colour in there. Just very light touch. I'm hardly even touching that on the cardstock. There we go. Just to add a little bit of green in there. Okay, so that's our agapanthus. So that'll go on there. That'll be beautiful. Look at that. Nice and soft in colour. Okay, so then we've got, so our, what did I say it was called? Queen Anne's lace. They're usually white. So I think I will leave that as white. I might just go over the stems a little bit in green, just to add a hint of colour. Again, just really, really light touch, because these blends, these Stampin' blends, they just absorb into the cardstock. So you don't want to add too much colour. All right, and then we've got, does anybody know what these little flowers are? Does anybody know what these are? So that, oh, boho blue. Boho blue would have been white amber. Would have been good amber. Yes, Helen, they could have been white, yes. Boho blue would have been a good colour for the flowers. I could add a little bit of boho in there, couldn't I? That's a light boho. Let's see. Oh yes, light boho would be a good colour to add in there. So I might just add a little bit of light boho in with that balmy, just to add a little bit more depth of colour, bring it in a bit closer to the the Misty Moonlight of the DSP, but not too much. I'm just adding little highlights. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Good call. Good call. Okay. So there we go. And we don't want the dark one. So we might only need those ones. But I don't know what these flowers are to colour these ones. I'm not really sure what sort of flowers they are. But I guess we could colour them whatever. So what have we got? We've got blue and pink. I'm having a look at what colours the flowers are in the DSP. They're pretty much blue, pink and white and a little bit of browny tones. So I guess we could use some natural tones for that one. Let's have a look. Oops, sorry, just moving my power cord there. Maybe some ivory. So ivory, that's a little bit too yellow. Let's go a little bit deeper. This one, oh, this is light crumb cake. That also looks a bit yellow. Pulling out all the colours now. Light pecan pie. Oh, that's going a bit darker now. What about some of our natural tones blends? What's that one? That one's 500. 800. Let's have a look what colour this one looks like. I don't have my colour chart out. Amber's probably screaming at me at the other end of the computer screen saying, get your colour chart out, Mum. Let's see. That's copper clay. What's this one? This one is SU 400. Oh, that one's deep. Actually, that one, was that the light pecan pie? The light pecan pie is probably the better colour. Don't even know what these flowers are. I would love it if Stampin' Up! Would tell us when we get these florals what they are. I mean, some are obvious, but not for everybody, because some of us don't know a lot about flowers, and also there's different flowers in the different countries, of course. So yeah. Looking at, oh, okay, Helen says, looking at the Stampin' Up! Page, they are coloured yellow. Oh, okay. And the other flowers, they have coloured pink, these ones. Ah, okay. Yes, I didn't think to look in the catalogue at that. I should have thought to do that. Thank you, Helen. So these ones, they've coloured pink. All right. So let's see, what colour pinks do we have? All right, now I need to get my colour chart out because I need to see what colour pinks we have. So, get my Stampin' Blends colour chart out. So we don't really have anything that's close. Oh, we do have Moody Mauve. We do have Moody Mauve. Is that this one? There we go. That's Moody Mauve. So, what if we colour these ones in Moody Mauve? In keeping with the flowers in the DSP. There we go. So those ones are pink. And the one I just coloured yellow, this one. Yeah. I think the only problem is the yellow won't go with the with the DSP. What I might do is I could add a little bit of color lifter to just lighten that color so that it's not too heavy. And that might make it a little bit more yellowy as well. There we go. So we've got those ones in pink. Let's grab our color lifter. Love the color lifter. Have you all used the color lifter? We'll just go over that one to lighten that a little bit. Watch the magic as that one gets lighter. Might even lighten up the leaves a little bit. See how that's changing color now? It's getting lighter and it's going a little bit sort of mottly. Give that a little bit more color. Okay. All right. Thanks for help with the colors of those, Helen. That was really helpful. Okay, so we might die cut those ones to begin with, and we'll see how we go. We do need to do the sentiment, don't we? I was going to stamp that in early espresso. So let's. So I don't have the sticker on my. I might just quickly put the sticker on my stamp, on my sentiment stamp, because that'll make it easier for me to line it up. So here's how I do my stickers on my stamps. I remove the entire sticker, including the backing. Make sure you've got a big enough block to fit it on before you do this. Use a clean block and apply the sticker. Remove the backing paper. Okay, now that side is sticky. We're going to adhere that side to our stamp. Now you need to do this under good light, and I'm going to actually put my glasses on before I do this. All right, and then you take the sticker over the top of your stamp, line it up with the outline of your stamp, press it down, give a good push, and then lift it by just one corner. And then what I like to do is I like to dab one corner. I always do the bottom right, one corner on my shirt or on my jeans. And then that way you know that that corner is always going to be less sticky. And then that's where I always release my stamps from my block, because those stickers are quite sticky. And now I can see where I'm stamping. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a little thank you. I could do a strip, or I could actually just cut out the word thank you, couldn't I? And then add it. Might try that. All right, so we're going to stamp in our early espresso. I'm going to do 2 because I might want to do a strip. So I will decide which I'm going to do. Okay. How are we going for time? Oh, it's very late, isn't it? I might even have to end up finishing this later and then posting up the photo. At least I showed you how to create the base of the card anyhow. So you know how to put it together now. All right, so for this one, I'm going to just cut around it, but I'm just going to chop it out first. All right, and then we're going to fussy cut around the thank you. This is a technique that we used to do eons ago, and it's made a comeback. Everybody's doing it now. So just keeping my scissors still in my right hand or my dominant hand, and turning the cardstock with my left hand to give me a nice smooth cut and to control the cardstock. There we go. You can tell I'm concentrating when I go quiet. So around we go. And rounding off any of those sharp corners. There we go. So there's our thank you. Oh, it's a bit sharp here on the bottom of the wire. Let's just smooth that out a little bit. Want that nice and smooth. There we go. Okay, good. Right, now let's bring in our mini again and we'll die cut those flowers. Lots of die cutting today and cutting and trimming. But I hope you are enjoying this project, and if you haven't made one of these before, I hope that you will take the time to make one. They're really a great fun fold card. All right, so let's see if we can do a few of these at once. And now I will need my washi tape because I want to make sure that these do not move. So I'm going to grab, not my washi tape, I'm actually going to use my Post-it tape. Okay, so take a couple of strips of my Post-it tape. These are just like a Post-it label, but they're in strips. And I just got them from my local stationery store. We have an Officeworks store not far from us. So it tends to be our go-to for all of our stationery. Okay, so we've got that one, and then I'm going to snip apart these ones so that I can save those other ones for another project. And I'll see if I can fit these on here as well. Oh, there we go. Is that one? No, I've got the wrong one. I've got the wrong die. Oh, that's this one. Wrong die. Try again. There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? Just a little tip with this one. There's a little hole here. Oh, you can't see it. I'm off camera. There's a little hole here at the bottom of this die. If you just look to line that up with the stem of the flowers, then you should be in the right position, and then maneuver the top around the flowers. Make sure that you see that stem there in that little hole. Okay, let's tear off some, oh, doing this khaki-handed now because I'm trying to hold the die in place. I should have had my washi tape ready, shouldn't I? Put another bit over the stem to make sure that stays put. Okay, and can we fit those two on? Not quite. We'll do this little one. Get the other die. Put that on there. That's turned into a nice colour now, actually, with that colour lifter over the top. That's lightened it up nicely. It looks closer to the colour of the DSP now. It was a little bit heavy before. Why do I keep doing that? I line it up beautifully and then I haven't even got my washi tape ready. You'd think I would have learnt the first time, but no, it's okay. It's okay. So tell me, at the beginning of my my live today, I was telling you about my special experience I had with the polar bear and the seal. Has anybody else had a special animal experience like that before? Perhaps you've swum with dolphins, or perhaps you've met a seal before or swum with a seal. Let me know in the comments if you've had any special animal interaction or experience before. I would love to hear about it. Animals are just so amazing, aren't they? And they're so clever and intelligent. Yeah, and just so sweet as well. Okay, so I'll do the Queen Anne's lace one as well. Again, you've got that little hole to line up the stem, and just surround those flowers and then line up the stem. Oops, I moved it. There we go. Grab some washi tape off one of those other ones I just used. Not washi tape. I keep calling it washi tape. It's Post-it tape. Although it's not even, I don't even think it's Post-it brand. I think it's different brand. Was it Burroughs brand? JB, is it JB Burroughs? It might not even be that brand. Can't remember now. All right, there we go. Right, so we've got all our flowers. Oakley dokley. Cup of tea. Let's have a sip. Okay, good. And we've got our sentiment. Whoops. All right, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my flowers over this side because we've got the blue over here, so I don't want to put more blue over that side. And I was thinking that I tried to do like a little cluster or something of the flowers, if that's going to work. We'll see if that's going to work. Is that going to work? These ones might need to go up a bit higher. Something like that. Something sort of like that. And then we can have our little thank you coming out here, or we could have it up here, or we can have it coming straight out there. We can have it just sitting over the flowers a little bit. There's a lot of white space there, isn't there? So what if we tucked that one in coming out there like that? Could have that one coming out there like that. So we can have a little cluster there like that. How does that look? That was my initial idea, but you could just keep it simple and just have the thank you and our agapanthus. Oops. Depends on how much you want to have a play. Could play all day, really, couldn't you, with all of these? So what I might do is I might put some, I know I want to use that and I know I want to use that, so I'm going to grab my mini Stampin' Dimensionals and I'm going to put some behind these. Now, am I going to be able to mount this one up, or have I left, I don't know if I've left myself enough room. I can get two in there. Might have to cut some to get some little small pieces behind here. I don't think I have any used sheets. Oh, actually, do I? Let's see. No, I think I used up all my little scrappy bits, but that's okay. What I will do is I will cut some of these in half. Cut some of these in half to use smaller pieces. Normally I use the edge pieces or leftover little scrappy bits for these tiny little bits, but I've used them all up, which is good because that's what we want to do. We want to use them up. There we go. Okay, so that one's done, and we'll just put some on flowers here. The flowers could probably have the larger Stampin' Dimensionals, but because I've got the minis out, I'm just going to use them. There we go. Oh, you're loving this, Carnarvon. Thank you. I didn't even realize you were here watching. It's lovely to have you with us. There we go. Okay, so before I remove any of the sticky backing, let's have a look and see how we want to have that. So I want to have that like that, that like that. Then I think maybe we could have that down at a lower level at the back there. And then this one, I liked this one here on this side, or should we have this one on this side? Fill in a little bit more space. And then we could have this little one on this side. Maybe we could have that one tucked in. I'm just not adhering anything yet until do you all do this? You just fiddle with everything before you adhere anything to make sure that you're happy with it all. No, I think this one needs to be on top. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, what if we put the Queen Anne's lace down here with this one? No, I think that looked better. Or we could have that at the back actually and have that over the top. No, you lose it too much on that side. Okay, so we need to do that. That needs to come out from there. That's going to go over there. And let's do what we had before. We had this on this side. And kind of had this interlocking a little bit with that. Sort of like that. Something like that. Interlocking a little bit. Like that. And then this one over here. Like that. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to stick this one. Oh, I need to stick this one down first, don't I? Because that's going flat. All right, let's work out where this one's going to go, and then that will tell me where this one's going to go. Okay. All right. All right, so we will adhere this one first because this one's going to be flat. So just a bit of glue. And I'm just going to hold that in position even though I don't have it stuck yet because I just want this one coming out from behind there. All right, so that one's going to go there, and then we'll take all the stickies off this one. Oh, one of the backings has already come off. I thought that felt a bit sticky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of glue behind the stem here so that the stem sticks down flat, but the flower parts actually are up higher. There we go. We'll have that there like that. That'll stick down like that. Okay. And then our little pink flowers can go. Actually, maybe we just need 3 clusters of flowers rather than the 4. So maybe we either have that one or we have that one. We don't have both. Could have that one and then have the thank you. And the pink one we could put on the inside because we've got the pink paper there. Or do we have the pink flowers on top? Like that. Decisions. I do like the pink flowers. Oh, we have this little one. I think that one needs to be, if anything, it needs to be up a bit straighter. I think we might put the pop of pink on the front. And put the little pop of pink on the front there like that. Okay, so I'm going to adhere that onto. I might put a dimensional just behind that flower, and then we'll stick the rest flat just to give that a little bit of a lift. Oh, keep pulling all the backings off these dimensionals before I'm ready to. See, look, I just did another one. Oh, that's all right. We'll see if we can put that one back on. Go back on there, you. There we go. Yeah, so if we have that up there like that, and then the rest can stick down flat. That'll just give it a little bit of dimension there. Come on, glue. There we go. All right, let's just pop that down there like that. There, like that. And that goes down like that. And then we can put our thank you across there. So we'll take the backings off our thank you. And this other little flower that's left over, I'm going to use that inside the card. Okay. So then our little thank you, we're going to pop in here, going across. Oh, we could actually put it up a little bit, couldn't we? We could put it across here. I do have a dimensional behind it. I was going to put it down a bit lower, but we could fit it in there now. So let's pop it in there like that. There we go. And let's put on some bling. Let's add some bling here. Oops, that slipped. That didn't go where I wanted it to. Down there a little bit, please. Thank you. And here, and I'll just move this one over a little bit, just so that they're not all in line. We don't want them in line with each other. There we go. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay, so that's the outside done. Decorated quite simply, but you could go to town and, you know, add so much. You could even wrap ribbon around this panel like we did on the original card years ago. You can wrap a piece all the way around, or you can just wrap it around the DSP. I chose not to do that on this this one because I just wanted to keep the with the DSP, with the suite. Now this panel here needs to be decorated as well, but I'm deciding if I'm going to put my greeting in here or my greeting in here. Because if I want to put my greeting in here, what I will do is I'll add that white piece there like that. And then I could put the little flower on there. Or if I'll decorate that up similar to that one. So, yeah. And then these pieces here, I was wondering if, well, actually, yeah, I'm not sure how I'll decorate those up yet. Have not decided. But you get the gist. And then this panel in here, so with this one, we kept that plain, so you can write something there or stamp something there. This one's basically just a template. So there's no writing or greeting or anything on that one. But then this one had a vellum. Unfortunately, we don't have vellum anymore because I would have done something like this with the vellum and put something there in the center. Oh, you know what we could do? You know what we could do? What we could do? We do have this other little panel piece. I could stamp something on that, die cut that out and put that there. That might be nice. Yeah, that might be nice to put something there. What was the other sentence? Thank you. You've been on my mind. Sending happy thoughts. So you've been on my mind could be there. Or you could just put a little greeting. Could just do a little greeting, like a little message, a little short message in there, and then use this panel here to decorate up. So yeah, So there you go. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just trying to, there we go. Okay. So yeah, so I might leave it there because it's getting a bit late. But that's just some other options for how you could decorate the rest of the card up. Even you could even put a pink panel in there. That's the moody mauve. This is a white panel, which is the inside of this one. So it's a little bit bigger. So you could put a bigger panel there and write your little message there, and then you could just decorate up this panel. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put that in there to put my little greeting, and then I'll decorate this one. Actually, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Keep them sort of the same size. I could even put that on top, but probably not in that color because then it'll be hard to write on. Well, you could, but it will be harder to be read then. So I might do that. I might keep that one as the white. Oh, actually, I've got another idea. Yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish playing with this and finish decorating it up, and then I'll post up the photos of the finished card. But at least you have the instructions now of how to make the actual fold itself. Remember to go back and rub out those pencil marks on the back. I haven't done that yet. I'll get to that. But that's how the card will go, and it'll fit in an ordinary envelope. Where's my envelope? I had an envelope here. It's actually even a little, you've got heaps of room to fit it in the standard size envelope. So that's in the envelope. Okay. So because that went out a little bit on the edges there, it doesn't matter because it'll still fit inside the standard size envelope. But yeah, so there you go. So I will finish decorating that all up, and then I'll post up the photos for you all. But at least you can see how to do it, and you've got the measurements for all the little panels. Okay. So there you go. And I will use this little flower probably on the inside of this one. I'll decorate this up a little bit different to this one. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was definitely creating on the fly today. So I'm going to just quickly flip the camera up face to face so that I can say goodbye to you all properly. So bear with me one moment while I just do that. I'll just transition the camera. Unscrew all of the attachments here. Tighten them all back up. There we go. Okay, and we'll do a flip, and we should be up the right way. There we go. All right. Well, that was a mammoth project. So that one took a while, and because, as I said, I've just come back from holidays, and so I wasn't super prepared and I would probably have this cut ahead of time and have all the panels ready for you and everything. But sometimes it's good to see how to make it from scratch and have that tutorial as you go. So that's how it looks at the moment, but I will decorate up this panel here and the center panel as well. But isn't that just so pretty? I love that beautiful suite. So again, if you are wanting to know what that suite is, you will find it on pages 40 and 41 of the annual catalogue. That's the 2024 to 2025 annual catalogue. And you'll find it in there. It is the Wildly Flowering Suite. It's a beautiful, beautiful suite. Now, currently, as I film this on the 1st of July, 2024, the stamp set is unavailable right now because they sold the stock during the sale in June, but they are getting some more in, so they will be coming in soon. If that is something, if you are one of my customers and that is one of the stamp sets or the bundles that you would like, or the suite, please let me know and I'll keep an eye on that for you and let you know when it comes in, because it really is such a beautiful, beautiful suite. So, but the designer series paper is available at the moment, the embellishments, the embossing folder, and the dies. It's just the stamp sets at the moment. But if you want the stamp set or you want the bundle, hold off getting the dies till the stamp set comes in, then get them together as a bundle so you'll save yourself 10%. There's a little tip for you. All right. Oh, hi, Fran. How are you? Lovely to have you here with us. I am just finishing. Yep, no worries. Yeah, definitely catch the replay. Oh, thank you, Christy, so much. Christy says so pretty. I'm glad that you all are enjoying my videos and that you enjoyed that fun fold card today. I will put that over on my YouTube channel, and I'll put all the details over there. I'll post all the links attached to the details of the video as well, so you can navigate to everywhere. And remember, don't forget about my class as well that's coming up. The RSVP is the 4th of July, which is Thursday. So this coming Thursday is the RSVP for my Kits Collection card buffet. So that'll be a fun one. And you'll be able to choose from a wide variety of different projects that you would like to create as part of that class. So it'll be in person. There's a registration form to complete for that. So check that out in the links, or contact me if you need more help. All right, well, I hope you all have a fantastic week. Thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate your time. Oh, thank you, Fran. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a fantastic crafty week. Happy crafting, everyone, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.